Alright, after waiting longer than I did for my dad to come back, the Venom figure has finally arrived at my doorstep, and people are saying this is Hot Toys' best figure of 2021, so I'm here to be the judge of that, and I'm going to review this unit of a figure for you guys right now. Right off the bat, this guy comes with more accessories than the emo girl you find at Hot Topic, and that's a really good sign. But guys, you also got to remember that it's quality over quantity. Sure, Hot Toys could have just thrown in a bunch of accessories with this dog piece of shit figure, but we actually got to dissect this figure and see if it's actually good. I mean, so far the accessories are really good, but I just got to know what these tentacles are for. I mean, Venom didn't even have these in the movies, and you guys know Hot Toys is like the most accurate toy company of all time, so if they're starting to be inaccurate, that is a bad sign. I take everything back. Look at this head sculpt. Damn! That is a nice head sculpt. I mean, look at all the detail. Look at the teeth. Those are perfect, in my opinion. And that tongue, I mean nothing. I mean, the tongue's fine, whatever. I mean, you get more of them anyway, so who even cares about the tongue? Base even has mirrors, so I can see the guilt on my face for spending $400 on a toy every morning. All right, let's forget about the accessories and actually get into the meat of the figure.
What the hell are
That
you
came
talking about?
out wrong. Let's just take a closer look at this Venom figure. And damn, does this figure look great? I mean, just look at it. I mean, look at that head sculpt. I mean, Hot Toys really perfected this. And his head even looks better than it does in the movie, if that even makes sense. Like, they really outdid themselves with this figure. This could be their best figure of 2021, but you know, the video isn't over. We got to determine that at the end. Hot Toys really over-accentuated the veins, which I like, and the painting isn't even just black. It also has like a purplish sheen to it, and the figure just looks really good. Distracted there with the toes, but I mean, overall, it has like a blue thrown in there with some purple, and the sculpting on this is amazing, especially with the material they used. Sure, you can see the seams in the arm, but honestly, that allows for more articulation, so I really don't mind that. And the plugs that you put in the back are actually fine as well. They don't like stick out as much as you'd think they would, and oh, damn! Sorry, but damn, like, oh, I'm getting distracted, but really, I mean, this figure looks great. I love the material choice. The figure feels great, but now let's get into the articulation. The head is on a magnet, which is one of the best things they could have done. It allows for a lot of articulation, and Hot Toys even put some felt on the inside of the head to prevent it from damaging the figure. And you don't have to get this weird seam with the material and the neck peg, so I like that. The arms do have seams, which some people don't like, but honestly, it allows for great articulation as much as you can get out of it. When it comes to the elbows, the material does hinder the articulation a bit, but not as much as you would expect. You could get whatever you'd want out of that, so I don't really mind it. And the wrists are really well articulated. They're on ball joints, not wrist pegs, so you could really get all of the posability out of that. As for the torso, you can get a pretty alright arch out of that, and the crunch is pretty good too. The only thing that sucks is you can't move the waist side to side to move his torso as a whole, and that's because of the material. But the legs are extremely good. There's also seams there, so you could get the most out of that. You can even like wiggle the foot out of the joint a bit to get even more articulation. And the knees are on a double bend, so you could get some motion out of that. Again, the material hinders that a lot, but you could get an alright range of motion out of that. Those toes are also on a ball joint, just like the wrists, so you can get a lot of motion out of that. There's a lot of looks you can get out of Venom. Here is him with the alternate head sculpt. I mean, this is the head sculpt everyone should be using. I also put the kind of lashing out hands on Venom as well, but there are also a lot of other looks you can accomplish with the alternate tongues. This tongue is swaying to the left, and this one is going down the middle. You can do whatever you'd want with that. I like the one swaying down the middle the most. Here is Venom with his Fortnite pickaxe, and that's also the pointing hand he has on. I don't know what the pointing hand is really going to be used for, but I guess it's nice that they threw that in. And the axe looks just amazing. His Fortnite pickaxe served him. And here is him holding that blade that he comes with and that kind of latching out arm he comes with. The knife is actually kind of sharp, and it's detailed really nicely. I'm pretty sure it's the one from Riot, but I don't know. And finally, here is Venom with all those tendrils coming out. The tendrils, I think, actually look really good. It makes him look like there's more going on instead of just, you know, the large big brolic black. All right, that came out wrong, but you know what I mean. Without the white spider, he's kind of plain, and these tendrils really add to the display, so I actually kind of like him. And as I've mentioned a couple times, he is really big, so here's him standing next to Spider-Man, Tom Holland's version. The size is great. So that is really it for Venom. Would I consider him Hot Toys' best figure of 2021? Maybe. I mean, this guy looks amazing. I think he might be my favorite figure, mostly because of just how fun he is to mess around with. I got him in so many poses than I do with other figures, and it was a really fun time posing this guy, and he looks great on the shelf. So I would recommend this, of course, to any Venom fan and any Spider-Man fan. If they want a cool villain to display their Spider-Man with, I would go with Venom. He's menacing, he looks great, he's humongous, and he's a real standout in the collection. So I would definitely recommend Venom, and I would say he's a great figure. Hot Toys is best? Maybe.